It looks like a beat on some kind of weak action leading into the print. The stock is down over the last 3 months.
Sure, the numbers look healthy at first glance. I think what we're seeing is that the company is shifting its mix to more software and services. They're investing in key areas like security, where we are seeing strong growth in analytics. And Cisco's embracing the cloud, and that's really a key part of the story here, and is enabling the company to expand margins, grow earnings, and return capital. So we think it's an attractive story.
Erik, is it attractive enough to get the stock moving again? It was such a good story, and then it stalled out in the last few months. Where are we today?
Yeah, so I think that this is probably not going to be too big of a surprise. If you look, the growth relative to the prior quarter in some of those segments, like the application area, it was a bit of a deceleration. So I don't think this is going to be too big of a surprise. It's encouraging to see the guidance for 5 to 7%. That's a step up, and as Dan had said, I think this is shifting towards software, which is what investors like. But I don't know that it's going to be too big of a surprise one way or the other.
Daniel, it sounds like you're a little more bullish. I think Erik has a market perform rating. Does this company need to start answering questions or more laying out specifics around the China tariffs that have been proposed, which do include a lot of their products and some of them made in China?
I think there is risk around China from a supply chain standpoint, given that many of their partners are based there, manufacturing there. From a revenue standpoint, it's actually relatively small. I think the bigger question for Cisco and other companies will be whether there's a knock-on effect that we see in the coming weeks and quarters. But stepping back, I think Cisco has demonstrated that even through choppy environments, the company has been able to continue to push their mix towards more software, more services, and really deliver value to their customers and their shareholders while doing that.
Erik, how would you characterize the job Chuck Robbins is doing at Cisco?
Well, it's been a difficult transition, and it certainly had some bumps in the road. What I really think they need to do is they need to either demonstrate that they can leverage this shift to software to expand the traditional market that they've been in, the networking market, where they can make some expansion with software components that they add to it, or they really need to hit a home run in terms of some of the expansion areas in software. They haven't demonstrated that yet. I think a lot of investors are still waiting for that kind of opportunity to emerge.